Hey, this is Mike DiMartino, co-creator of Avatar.
This is Bryan Konietzko, the other co-creator of Avatar.
And this is Ehasz, head writer.
So this is the main title of the show, which took a lot of work and effort by a lot of different artists.
I was driving back and forth between the Burbank studio, Titmouse's studio in Hollywood, and my friend Andy Dill's house where he was working on the digital stuff and compositing in some other part of LA, and every day hitting all three, and it was pretty rough. But it came out cool. We're happy. That last shot I really like. I like the way the perspective shifts.
So this is the kind of the first in the trilogy of Northern Water Tribe episodes, where they finally get to the Northern Water Tribe. And actually, I wrote this episode, so it was kind of, I was really into it, and unlike most of the episodes from the first season, like, this was a story that Bryan and I had from the beginning almost. Like, we wanted to have, we knew that when they got to the Northern Water Tribe that Katara would, finally think that she realized her vision of becoming a waterbender and be shut down by the old Waterbending Master. There was a lot of build-up all season to get to this point, so it was very exciting to finally get to this story and be able to do this.
I kind of like the way the season wraps up with some familiar things. Zhao in this tent, sort of planning this big attack on the Northern Water Tribe, really reminds me of episode 103 when he first learns that the Avatar is back with Zuko. I think it's kind of a neat bookends for the season.
Another thing about this guy, Admiral Zhao, he was voiced by Jason Isaacs, who's in a bunch of things. He was in The Patriot, and he was in the Harry Potter movies. He's Lucius Malfoy, and he's just a really great actor and a great villain overall.
Yeah, we were very lucky to get it. I remember Mike kept saying to the casting department, can we just get someone like Jason Isaacs? And they finally said, how about we get Jason Isaacs? So
yeah, that's cool.
we got really lucky.
Yeah, he was a great actor, and as you'll see in the later episodes, unfortunately he's dead, but
not Jason Isaacs.
Not yet. The character.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Isaacs, your son is okay. Not to worry.
It took a lot of discussion in the boardroom to figure out these water lock systems, and unfortunately a lot of the scenes got cut, but they came out pretty cool, and I think you get the idea that this culture has built their whole culture around water, and it's kind of like these veins going through the city and cascading down from the chief's palace all the way down to the lower snowfields. It's a great character design by Angela Mueller on Princess Yue. And Aaron was adamant that she have silvery hair because he knew pretty early on that she was going to be tied in with the moon. So I remember you like grabbed me in the hallway and you're like, I saw a drawing where her hair was dark. It's got to be white.
Yes, there are very few visual things that I actually get
involved in
and bicker about or whatever, but
when someone's that passionate about it, I just say, okay. No, and it was great. It really made her stand out.
We got to mention Uncle's song here, because Uncle, who's voiced by Mako, great actor, he hates singing, but he's really good at it, so we keep giving him songs to do. But every time he's like, no, don't make me sing another song, I don't want to do it.
But I think he was on Broadway. That's what I heard.
No, he's great. So we love to have Uncle sing. It's very hilarious. And I think that was the first official song we had him do.
So if you hadn't noticed before, that love theme that he sings becomes the theme for Sokka and Yue's love story in this trilogy of episodes. So you'll hear that melody woven into the score by Jeremy Zuckerman. throughout 18, 19, and 20.
Oh, another good actor note. This is
John Polito.
Yeah, John Polito does the Chief's voice, and he's in Coen Brothers movies, and he's just a great character actor.
I was starstruck for the first time when I got to meet him. That was really cool. Yeah, being a Coen Brothers disciple in art school, definitely.
Yeah, it's in our show, it's kind of hard to find actors who can really bring like a realism to it, but also be funny and dramatic and all the things you need to be a great actor. And we try to balance it out with actors who can bring a lot to the table. So like Jack DeSena does a great job with Sokka, and Mae Whitman is Katara. She's really wonderful.
Some great animation by animation director Yu Jae Myung from JM Animation. He ever since the pilot, he has taken to Sokka so well, just like Jack has, and the two of them together just make a great, lively combination. I really like this that background. The lighting is really cool. That kind of glowing fountain, but the characters are in shadow. I thought that was nice.
If you want to relax, then I suggest visiting a tropical island.
Paku, this character, is one of our favorites. He just came out really well. If you'll notice, he is the first character in the main title sequence. The waterbending character in the red silhouette is Paku. So, like Mike said, we had plans for him very early on, so we put that design in.
What? I recruited them for a little expedition. Is that true?
I just love any scene between Zuko and Zhao. It's just awesome. These guys are,
Sorry, we'll be there.
their egos are so big and
But I can't have you getting in my way.
so much tension, and they both kind of want the same thing. They both want the Fire Lord's approval, and it's just a great clashing of the egos.
This is like the first moment where Zhao recognizes that Zuko is the blue spirit.
I really was happy with that. The color correction on those flashback scenes. I thought it looked pretty cool.
They're antiques. Just decorative. Have you heard of the blue spirit, General Iroh? Just rumors. I don't think he is real. He's real, all right. He's a criminal and an enemy of the Fire Nation.
That was a really hard move to do in the acting reference. To flip the sword over and catch it. I didn't know if I could do it. But actually, I got it the first time. The second time I dropped the sword and it bounced all over the room, which was pretty scary, but I should have just stuck to the first take.
So do you ever see yourself in these in the animation? Because a lot of times you do the reference for the acting.
I do.
Or the kung fu. Do you ever see your?
Oh, definitely. I think you can recognize the hands most.
Yeah.
And I definitely recognize Sifu Kisu, our martial arts consultant, in a lot of the action.
You didn't tell me your friend was a girl. In our tribe, it is forbidden.
That's just great character animation on Paku. Got really, really lucky on that one.
What do you mean you won't teach me? I didn't travel across the entire
I
world,
love this part.
so you can tell me no.
No.
Yeah, he's just he's not a nice guy.
It's a great jerk.
They're waterbending to heal.
Jerk is a good word.
She would be happy to
Great voice acting. Who was the voice actor?
Victor Brandt did the voice of this.
Fantastic. It just matched with the character design so well.
But our tribe has customs, rules.
Well, your rules stink. Yeah, they're not fair. If you won't teach Katara,
Then what?
then I won't learn from you.
Well, have fun teaching yourself. I'm sure you'll do a great job.
Wait, Aang didn't mean that.
Like those little spirit animal heads on the, sort of a motif throughout the city. There's like totem poles with the various animal heads.
Yeah, there's a lot of details like that that are in the background designs and stuff that are in the backgrounds if you look closely. So there's a lot of great detail and kind of stuff that has been thought through by the background designers and Bryan in the art direction. So
a lot of moon motifs for the water tribe. The idea that the moon moves the tides and is sort of the first waterbender, which UA talks about later.
For some time. I'd love to. I'll meet you on that bridge tonight. Great.
I think Bobby Rubio had storyboarded most of the romance stuff in this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Great job. A lot of personality in his drawings.
I'd like to observe that the canals and sort of gondola-like sequences are based on my recent trip to Italy, and that is a note directed at the IRS. So,
Oh wow. All right.
yeah.
There you go.
All right. Here's a little fun fact for you. The pirate Barker that we just saw biting the gold is actually Brian's voice, and he is another tidbit. Is all the pirates are based off our character designs based off the animators in Korea. A lot of the animators we work with, so it was fun. They first appeared in the Waterbending Scroll episode, and are now reappearing here.
Kids are always so cute on Avatar. That's another.
There are a lot
especially
of very
Water
cute-
Tribe kids.
Yeah, they
And
are.
another batch of great character designs by Angela Mueller. She did a great job on all the water tribe kids. They're really cute. Some great drawings by Chris Graham, storyboard artist here. He handled most of this Paku Wang stuff.
What was Paku just slurping?
We thought instead of just noodles, he'd have some like tentacles mixed in there.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
octopus squid tentacles or something.
You're getting married, right?
No, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. My grandmother gave my mother this necklace, and my mother passed it down to me.
I recognize this carving.
Famous voice actor there.
Lucille Bliss.
Wait,
She was,
how do you know my grandparents' name?
she's Smurfette,
I think so.
believe.
No kidding.
She was classic, very nice lady.
What's happening right here is something that I love about Avatar, which is that this necklace that we've known about for so long, and that sort of had its own kind of mini plot where it got lost, and Zuko had it. Now we're finding out kind of this deeper history behind it, and like there are so many things in this show that start off seemingly so innocently that pay off with such depth, and that's one of my.
It's true. Even what the class that you go to is teaching is a healing class with waterbending, and that plays a really important role, even in before that sequence, and even a lot after that sequence in other episodes. And basically, she's moving the water along the acupressure points in the body.
This is one of my favorite sequences I think we've done. Just came out great. It's great staging.
I love that rope noise.
Yeah.
That bend. That was great.
Pirates again are back.
Careful with the plastic, Jenny.
So that was Brian right there.
Terrible voice acting. It was really hard to imitate my friend Sung Hyun and whisper. That was difficult.
It's just really great to do sequences where there's, as much as we like to write jokes and do great dramatic scenes and stuff, to do stuff that we can rely on the animation and the acting and the staging and stuff to sell the story.
Yeah, great storyboard by Chris Graham. I love this ominous bird with the glowing eyes. A lot of shots of this ship blowing up.
Yeah, we wanted to Chris had the idea, I think, to kind of stage it like a live action explosion where they shoot it from a bunch of different angles and then we edit it all
Coverage.
together. Yeah.
That probably comes from the fact that it costs a lot of money to get all those cameras because you can only blow up the prop one time. So
Yeah.
that's probably why the directors are like, we gotta
gotta
put more shots in
get it.
there. I love coming out of that really dramatic, intense scene to this romance scene that the first seems innocuous and then has its own drama.
I love this little thing he made for her.
I remember writing this joke and thinking, I don't know if this is going to work. But then in the storyboard, I think it was Bobby Rubio did the storyboard, and he drew the bad little fish bear design, and we're like, that's the design, do not change it at all. It's got to be exactly that. He just captured the terrible Sokka carving.
I hope that will be coming to stores.
Yes.
Princess Yue. I don't get it. One minute she wants to go out with me, and the next she's telling me to get lost.
Oh, Sokka.
I love in Katara, this little bit of acting, how her hood flops over her head. I thought that was nice.
Why don't you just teach her, eh?
Why didn't I think of that? At night, you can teach me whatever moves.
It's so cute how Momo tries to pay attention to what people are saying.
Everyone's happy,
I'm not happy.
but you're never happy. Come on, Aggie.
I love how quickly Katara dismisses Sokka.
I love this background.
This is-
the,
yeah,
the reflected light on that wall is just gorgeous. Beautiful. Everything,
I got it.
the stairs kind of fading into the water is really cool.
That wasn't me. I was just showing Katara.
It really feels like moonlight on a
Me, my teachings, and
luminous,
my
reflective surface.
I'm sorry.
Also, if you notice the phase of the moon in the background, that was carefully
Planned.
planned.
Cool design. I think Dean Kelly, a storyboard artist, did some background design on this. I think he did that
Yes.
altered piece thing.
I suspect he might change.
I think Giancarlo Volpe storyboarded this part, and he also directed this episode.
I love this scene.
Fine.
I'm waiting, little girl.
Ooh, too far. I love the cracks. They look really beautiful.
This kind of calls back to episode 1, where she was getting all mad at Sokka for
Fine, if you're man enough to fight me.
being a little sexist about his attitudes, and she ended up breaking the iceberg that eventually freed Aang.
I think she did.
Maybe that's why Sokka says, yeah, I think she did. He remembers. This is a cool scene, too.
Just devastated.
Yeah, there's a lot of great dramatic tension and stuff. It's just really great that we can do funny scenes, and then we can have a scene like this where it's all dramatic tension between two dudes.
It's great because Uncle knows they're both lying right here.
Yeah.
Uncle knows Zuko isn't dead, and he knows Zhao did it, but he's lying and pretending the pirates did it.
Yeah.
And Zhao thinks that Zuko's dead and knows because he set it up.
Yeah.
It's just a cool scene with a lot of underlying motivations.
You're not gonna win this fight.
I know.
Love this fight.
I don't care.
Came out really great.
I can find another.
Yeah, this is really the first time we see how
Slap some sense into that guy.
much passion Katara has with her waterbending, and seeing how much raw talent she has, kind of, and
Aren't you gonna fight?
you know, after this episode, she begins to hone that more. But
Yeah, a lot of care went into the kung fu reference with Sifu Kisu. We wanted to make Paku look refined, like he had trained a specific style, and that Katara was just kind of like a street fighter, just raw passion and talent, but unrefined in her skills. Sokka's always. We figure he has really bad karma because he's always getting knocked around. This is
All that
cool.
meat he eats.
Great animation.
I love that move, just stabilizing herself. It's so simple.
Kind of the key to kung fu is just rooting yourself. This is cool. Chris Graham storyboarded this fight. Look, it's so smug. What a jerk. You just didn't.
yeah, I love the little kids who are like, see her doing her kung fu and start cheering.
It's kind of influenced by all my 7 nephews who get so pumped by watching Avatar and start jumping around the living room.
No, it's great to see that kids are actually learning like kung fu moves from the show because they're watching over and over and over and over.
My nephew Ryan has a perfect horse dance.
Yeah.
He learned it from the opening.
It's cool.
My favorite shot coming up right here.
You are an excellent waterbender.
But you still won't teach me, will
This
you?
wave that she sends
No.
out. Oh, I love it. My favorite shot. It's like 18 frames long. This is really cool too. You see that he freezes it as he's coming down in the air.
Oh, this is also the first time we see Katara's hair down, I believe, which was
This was popular with the crew. I love that she's still defiant.
Fight is over.
Come back here. I'm not
I think this
finished yet.
this ice cage thing I was kind of inspired by. I think we had just seen House of Flying Daggers, and there was like
the bamboo.
the bamboo cage that they formed.
No, it's not.
Beautiful
it's mine.
movie.
Give it back.
I made this 16 years ago. For the love
And then
of my life.
it melts.
Right when his heart melts.
That was intentional.
So poignant.
It's a cool shot. Always try to show the Fire Nation just a militaristic organization.
You have no idea what Zuko had to do to get that that uniform and helmet.
I'm pretty happy with the battle damage Zuko. I like the specificity
Yeah,
of the scars.
It looks cool.
If you like toggle through the explosion scene with Zuko in the ship, you'll see that moments before the explosion reaches him, he forms a protective fire shield around himself, and it's kind of fights fire with fire, and that's how he was able to survive. And so he and the bubble of fire are pushed out of the ship through
That's
the
why she
window.
left. Must
In
have
case
taken
he
a lot of her.
thought it was a stretch.
Go get her.
Took Sokka all night to find her.
To find her on the same bridge that he met her on both times. I was gonna say that, and I thought it was a little negative.
It was late in the day though in that last scene.
No,
Yeah.
no. See, that's the thing. I think I do understand now. You're a princess, and I'm just a southern peasant.
I also like his glove mittens.
They are cool.
That came from snowboarding. Yeah, it was just influenced by when you have to get into your bindings and
Okay, now
you've got those split mittens. It's a lot easier,
happy, but confused.
but it keeps your fingers a little warmer.
Alive. But we can't be together. And not for
The sort of the backstory, some stuff that we didn't get as much time to deal with, is that the Southern Water Tribe
Sorry.
was hit harder in the war than the Northern Tribe was. They were closer to the Fire Nation, and just through some battles and strategic things, they really took the brunt of the attacks. So their culture was sort of wiped out. That's why when we see them, they're a little bit more just smaller family units and more like rudimentary camps and stuff. Whereas the Northern Tribe was able to, maybe because of the landscape or the way they had fortified themselves, were able to preserve their culture a little bit more. So that's sort of the contrast where Sokka thinks he's from this, I don't know, less cultured community in comparison to Yue. This is a cool shot. I love how it takes its time. Good job.
Cliffhanger.
Good job, Mike and Aaron. Do we talk over this part?
Sure, why not?
Do we? I should say that my 2-year-old son, Paul, loves the closing credit theme.
Hey,
And
he
will dance to it for the entire, jump up and down.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. You should try, you, the listener, should try dancing to this right now. Enjoy.
Yeah, I think Ben mentioned before, but this is Kechak. It's a Balinese monkey chant. It's really amazing. Kind of group music. Ben studied this in school.